The world is veiled in darkness. The wind stops. The sea is wild. And the earth begins to rot. The people wait. Their only hope. A prophecy. When the world is in darkness, 4 warriors will come. After a long journey, 4 young warriors arrive, each holding an orb. Greetings, I'm David, and this is Final Fantasy 1. So, if you've never played this game or have never seen it before, at the beginning of the game, we choose our 4 party members that we would like, and we name them. We only have 4 characters, like alphanumeric characters to work with, though, so everyone's name is going to get a little shortened. So we need to go back to the thief and not choose the thief because we are choosing a black belt instead. And this is going to be Carrie, short for Karina. Everyone here is going to be someone who's been on the channel before. Luke being our fighter. And I am going to take on the role of white mage. And then finally, black mage is going to be Con, short for Connor. So, there we go. We got our fighter, black belt, white mage, black mage. So, welcome to Corneria. We are just kind of dropped off here. And we need to go and speak with the king to get our orders for what we need to do. The queen has locked herself inside. I call bullcrap on that. Yeah, the queen didn't actually lock herself inside. Can easily just walk in there. Alright. I love the blue void in the background. Didn't realize we were playing Final Fantasy V already. Although this is blue, this isn't black. So why are we doing the first game when we just did we didn't just do the 6th game, but the 6th game was the last one that we did. Well, I love Final Fantasy VI. Originally, I wanted to do this one as the first game for the channel, and I got a little ways into it and kind of lost ambition to do it. But I am finally back and really want to give this game another shot. Feel a lot better at, or a lot more confident in my abilities to beat this game. I have beaten the game before. Obviously, I don't usually do games unless I've beaten them at least once. So, alright, we need to buy a couple weapons. A wooden staff for our white mage, a small dagger for our black mage, and a sword for our warrior. And nothing for the monk, because the monk doesn't need anything. I mean, it probably wouldn't hurt to give the monk nunchucks, just to, get a little bit of damage, but it's fine. Monks usually do better with their bare hands in the early games. We also need a couple spells. I mean, we don't need them, but it would be nice to have them on hand. So, first 3 that I would recommend getting is Fire, Lightning, and 1 White Magic, Cure here. Eventually, we might get 1 or 2 more of those, but for right now, Cure is the most important white magic spell. So, now that we have pretty much bought everything that we need to go and grind. And before we do that, we need to make sure to equip our weapons, because, yeah, the game does not auto-equip weapons for you. They'll put them on characters, but you have to equip them yourselves. Otherwise, they're basically just a bunch of wet noodles. And Monster Strike first, an Imp. So, these are really the only enemies that you will be fighting while you're in this area around Corneria. They're really not too dangerous. They can get dangerous if, you know, a bunch of them focus fire on one character. So, start off small, work your way up, and you need to make sure that you at least win enough battles to get enough money to heal. Because ultimately, what you need to do is you need to compound your experience points so you can get a couple early levels, make fighting a lot easier, get more health, makes it harder for the enemies to force you to go and heal. Is really kind of the early game goal here. And I'm going to basically grind until we are up to level 3. If you're new to the channel and don't know how I do JRPGs, I usually do them post-commentary. This game is no exception. I am doing this post-commentary right now. Just because, especially in JRPGs, and older JRPGs in particular, there is quite a bit of grinding, and I don't really want to bore you guys with that. And for me personally, it's a lot easier to do it post-commentary, because then I'm not talking over or making weird cuts with conversation and stuff. So alright. I will be showing off level ups, though, because they're actually kind of important in this game. The way that levels work with this one is everyone gains XP at the same rate, and they all level up at the same time. Now, if one of your party members falls in battle and you don't reset, that person will get out of sync from the rest, which is kind of annoying. Early on, I'm going to try and avoid having that happen, just because I don't really like when my characters get out of sync like that. But later on, it's probably going to happen, and you just kind of have to suck it up, unfortunately. Okay. Now that we have done a little bit of grinding, let's go up to Fish Forest here. That's what I like to call it because it looks like a fish. And we got a wolf. So a little more dangerous than the imps, but really not too much more. Yeah. One hit from the warrior. The warrior is by far your strongest character early on. And really, for the most part, throughout the entire game. Because, one, it's because a lot of the other classes are not the greatest. In this version of the game, I should state. Because there are a lot of issues with the original Final Fantasy, and I'll point some of those out as we go. But magic is useful in certain circumstances, but there's several bugs with magic that make it not nearly as powerful as it could be. And especially in later games and later versions of this game, magic is way better because a lot of the issues had been fixed. The Thief. The Thief is a big one in this game, where due to bugs and limitations, the Thief was not great. They couldn't steal. They really didn't have much... there wasn't really much benefit to having a thief in your party. It was pretty much just a weaker version of the warrior, and at that point, just get a warrior. The ninja is a little better, which is an upgraded class of the thief that we won't see, but comes much later in the game. So the black belt doesn't really require weapons. Generally, it's better with just their hands, but it takes a while for them to get to that point. And by late game, they're actually about as strong, if not stronger, than your warrior. Then let's see. We got White Mage and Black Mage. White Mage is healing and defensive spells, while Black Mage is offensive spells. And then the other class that we won't be seeing this playthrough is the Red Mage, which is half and half white and black, but is generally not as strong in either. And it is a little stronger than the other two in physical combat. So it's sort of like the midpoint between everyone. Creeps. I don't know what these things are supposed to be. They kind of look like caterpillars with large mouths, but I'm not really sure. Do later games have these things? I don't remember them being really a thing in anything else, any of the other games. At least in 5 and 6. Which are the two that I've spent the most time with. Although I should state that I have beaten Final Fantasy II, so... But I don't remember these guys in there. I'm mostly kind of spreading out my attacks to try and take them both out at the same time. I realize it's probably better to just focus fire on one. Especially early on when our warrior misses a lot still. Yeah, that is one thing that I really dislike about the early game is you miss so much. It is kind of ridiculous how often your characters will miss. It does get better though for like the melee fighters. The mages, like, their melee attacks still miss occasionally. But anyways, here is level 3. I believe levels are completely random. Certain stats will go up, certain health will go up certain amounts. It's all kind of randomized, I believe. Now that we are at level 3, I think we are going to go into the into that ruined castle over there and finally rescue the princess. Now, you probably don't have to wait until level 3 to do this. You could probably even do it at level 1 if you're really ballsy, but I don't like taking chances. Not especially against Garland. No one touches the princess. Light warriors, you impertinent fools. I am Garland. I will knock you all down. So, yeah. This is Garland. Kind of a joke. He's not meant to be a very tough boss. I mean, he can still hurt if you give him a chance, but at this point we are pretty beefed up for dealing with Garland. We have a couple of spell charges that we can use. I mean, we even have a spell charge in level 2, which we haven't even found the spells for yet. Do. Such a great battle theme. I mean, like... I mean, pretty much all of the mainstays, music-wise, came from this game. The prelude theme, the battle theme, the victory theme, and another theme that we will be seeing here in a few moments, actually. Thank you for saving the princess. To aid your quest, I ordered a bridge built to the continent. And we got a loot! Great. Do love me some loot. Alright. After a quick rest stop in the town, let's go ahead and cross the bridge. And please stand for the Final Fantasy National Anthem. So their journey begins. What awaits the four, they do not know. Each holding an orb that 2,000 years ago shined beauty from within, but now only darkness. Come, start your journey. Return the light of peace to our world. And yeah, that is pretty much it for this episode of Final Fantasy. I will see you guys in the next part, and thanks for watching.